Do you feel the vibes?
What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about the Carolina Panthers draft. I'm not going to talk about any other teams. I mainly just want to talk about the Panthers. Also, I get to talk about football. It's been a while, ever since really the Super Bowl, that I got a chance to even talk about football where something really big happened. Now, I'm going to talk about team needs heading into this draft and, of course, go through the picks and talk about the different players. Disclaimer, don't watch a bunch of college football, but I do look at, obviously once the guys get picked, I look at a lot of footage. You can easily find this footage on YouTube or, wherever where you can see these guys versus different teams and pretty much every possession, the good and bad, everything. So you can see those guys' weaknesses, what their strengths are. So I go through all that, went through all that with pretty much all of these guys. So I'm going to first I'm going to talk about the team needs. Offensively, running back, they need a guy who can, they need some speed at running back, guy who can go out there and catch the ball, not only just be able to run the ball. They need a receiver coming out of that backfield. A lot of teams have it. It's a thing now in the NFL, not just north-south runner. They have that with Jonathan Stewart, not necessarily the pass catcher, but they haven't had a guy like that who can come out of the backfield and catch the ball ever since DeAngelo Williams. So that is one position of need, obviously, and just to have some depth as well. Also on offense, offensive linemen, specifically tackles. Michael Orr was a bum last year. Simple as that. Get some offensive linemen to protect Cam Newton. You paid him all this money. You gotta be able to protect them. Also on offense, receivers. They got the big receivers, the guys who can make plays, who can make the tough catches, specifically in the red zone. They don't have no damn speed. Those guys move like turtles, can't get any separation. You watch the games, there are times when Cam holds the ball, these guys aren't getting separation. Ted Ginn was one who got more separation than any of these guys. And honestly, outside of a Panther uniform, he wasn't really known as a great receiver. At least with the 49ers and the Cardinals, he wasn't known as a great receiver. And he was the guy getting all the separation. Kelvin Benjamin was bad last year. So they need speed at receiver. They need a guy who, once he gets the ball, he can make plays. He can make guys miss, and he can get separation. I would say those are the things they need on offense. Defensively, depth at defensive end. Charles Johnson, he's getting older. Connor Ely's gone. Mario Addison's probably going to play one or two plays. Probably going to play. He's specifically a third and long guy. He's there to get pressure on the quarterback, not necessarily going there be able to plug the run. So they need depth at defensive end. And like I said, Charles Johnson and Julius Peppers. Julius Peppers playing one season. So they need depth there. Linebacker, no. I would say, yeah, at some point they're going to have to start drafting some linebackers, especially with the loss of A.J. Klein. Also, secondary. Biggest concern on that defense is the secondary. Safety, corners. I like Bradbury, but he's only a second-year guy. They bring back Captain Munderland. I like that. He's still early 30s, and he's played in the Carolina Panthers system, so he's already going to be able to fit in. But they still going to have to bring some guys in, especially at safety. They did get Mike Adams, but he's an older player. So secondary, defensive end, those are positions of need on the defense. Now let's get into the picks. Talked about that long enough. Carolina Panthers' first pick, they bring in Christian McCaffrey of Stanford, running back of Stanford. I've seen this guy play, not only just watching game footage on the internet. I've seen actual games, and this guy makes a lot of plays. He's all over the field. You can line him up out wide. He can be in the eye. He can play special teams. He can return the ball. The guy makes plays. He makes plays when he gets the ball, and that's something that the Panthers need, especially coming out of the backfield. So one position of need right there. I was a bit iffy on the pick, but seeing as offensive line isn't that great in this draft, just looking at everyone, this is where they wanted to go. And I don't think he was going to fall past 14, 15. So the Panthers got their guy. They got a guy who can make plays, especially receiving the ball. Probably the best receiving running back in this draft. Next guy, Curtis Samuel, wide receiver of Ohio State. I watched a few of his games. I watched some live as well. The guy's fast. He can make plays. He has a lot of speed. Biggest issue with him is his hands. So a lot of the balls he was catching with his body, and a lot of times you're gonna drop those passes if you catch it with your body. So he has to learn to catch it with his hands, and he'll make a lot more receptions. I saw in the Michigan game he dropped a few passes. Some one of them was an inaccurate throw, but a catchable ball. But the guy has game-changing speed. I saw him lined up in the backfield as running back, and he made plays out of there. I actually made the go-ahead touchdown to beat Michigan. So I like that pick. Speed at receiver, guy that can get separation. For the third pick, they got Taylor Moton, offensive lineman, Western Michigan. Now, like I said, offensive lineman wasn't that good. You didn't get the first offensive lineman drafted to the end of the first round. Wasn't good. It wasn't that deep this season. This draft. But I saw this guy play. Strong guy, solid run blocker, solid pass blocker. Obviously, he can get better in those things. One thing I saw with him was he got away with a lot of holding penalties that they didn't call. He was holding the guy in the NFL. They're gonna make those calls, so he has to get better with his hands, his hands and feet. Next, for their fourth pick, they got Deshaun Hall, defensive end of Texas A&M. Biggest issue with him is obviously once you get to this, down in these picks, you're gonna get guys who are projects. But with him, I saw the speed. My problem with him is strength. I saw him get pushed around a lot. Wasn't the greatest run defender, and he's only about 265 at defensive end. I definitely think he's going to increase that weight, pack on some more muscle, because that's the biggest issue with him I saw was strength, and those offensive linemen were definitely moving him around. But like I said, it's a position of need. Hopefully this guy can really pan out. For the fifth pick, they got Corn Elder, cornerback of the Miami Hurricanes. I like this pick. Like I said, I think they need to get a corner. This guy's going to be a real, I think he should play slot corner. He's a good tackler. Keep him around the line of scrimmage. He's a good tackler. I saw him make plays against running backs. He's not afraid to tackle, and you always want that as your cornerback position. I think the biggest issue a lot of teams were having with him, just looking at what teams were saying, size. He's only about 5'10". He's about 185. So size is a big issue with him, I assume, coming into this draft. But when I saw him, the guy he's a really good tackler, deceptively fast. I saw him in this game specifically against Florida State. He he ran down Dalvin Cook, pretty much trailing. He ran him down. So he showed that he has the speed, because Dalvin Cook's a fast dude. He showed that he has the speed. I don't know if they'll play him on the outside. Like I said, I think he should be in the slot because of his tackling ability. Next, they got for the sixth pick. Yeah, for the sixth pick, they got Alex Armai. He's a fullback. He's pretty much going to take the Tolbert role, possibly one like lead blocker, but mainly in like passing situations where they need him to block. They pretty much got a younger guy because Tolbert was getting up there in age and wasn't particularly playing too well. So this guy's going to fill that Tolbert role. Also, for the last pick, for the Carolina's last pick, they got Harrison Butker, a kicker. Graham Gano needs some competition because he in big situations he's missed some kicks. And he's been inconsistent at times. So get him some competition. He's either going to have to play better or he's gone. That's how it should be. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. I feel as though some, like I said, offensive linemen, they couldn't really go after. They really couldn't get as many guys as they want at the offensive line just because it wasn't a lot of depth at offensive line. But I felt as though playmakers, they did that. And, they made a concerted effort to get some playmakers. If Shula can't work with Christian McCaffrey and Curtis Samuel with the speed I've seen these guys and game breaking, these guys' ability to make plays in open field, Shula can't do nothing with that. He's gone. Get him out of there. That's just how I am. If you're drawing up the same plays that you were drawing up last year when you didn't have these guys, now you have these guys who can make plays. Get these guys the ball in the open field, more screen passes. Obviously, with Cam's going to be a threat running the ball. You can't change up the playbook and incorporate these guys in different sets on different, remove them around the field. Get Shula out of there. Get somebody else that's going to utilize these guys' talent. But if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.